I believe that the Thunder are still going to win the series in 6 games. I feel that you want to hear my prediction?
Sure.
You didn't sound very excited, but
I would love to hear your prediction.
My prediction, Russell Westbrook comes back, right? I don't know what the timetable is. I'm just making a wild prediction here.
Okay.
He sees his team lose today. He's thinking, I have to help him, dude. You know? He comes back, throws the whole flow off.
Fall apart.
Maybe they adjust their game plan. Russell's coming back. We're gonna dominate. We need to do this, and that, A, B, C, D, right? Russell gets hurt again. Maybe inflames his hamstring again. Gets taken out of the game. Now they're flustered. Maybe they could just fall back to their original game plan that they had for the first 3 games. But the Thunder are more adept to that, and they also prepared more now that it's further in the series for how they used to play. I feel like Russell Westbrook should be a boost for the Rockets in messing with the mentality of the Thunder and what they can do to that team. But I also believe Russell Westbrook is not a clutch playoff player. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's my prediction. Thank you very much.
With the Rockets, I don't think he has to be especially clutch.
Yeah.
Just get boards, run the fast break, give James Harden the ball on half-court stuff. He could drive the ball.
Yeah. I just hate the Rockets. You know that, but yeah.
I see what you're saying, that he might throw off the team. I don't think he's going to come back, then get injured. And then I don't think that's how it's going to play out. But I could see him maybe throwing off the team a little bit because they have to readjust. Yeah. And the Thunder taking advantage of that. But one thing I will say is that he is a mismatch anytime he has the ball against a point guard because he's either too strong or too fast. Most of the times he's both. Against Shai Gilgeous, he might not be strong. He's probably just as fast as Shai Gilgeous, and he's stronger, so he can't guard him. Dennis Schroeder, for sure, not as strong as Russell. He can't guard him. Chris Paul, not as fast, can't guard him. He's a huge matchup problem for the Thunder.
But he does get annoyed, and all 3 of those players can annoy him easily.
No.
Okay.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
But I will say this. On defense, he will let things happen to him because he's like, I'm Russell Westbrook. I'm great. Like what happened with Rubio, I believe last season or a couple years ago, where Russell Westbrook was like, he's not getting 30 again on me. And then the next game, Rubio had a triple-double on him.
Yeah.
No, he was like, he's not getting another triple-double. Rubio got another triple-double, and it was 30 points.
I think every time that a season has started or he's came back from injury, I've always seen Russell Westbrook need to get back into his rhythm. And it takes a couple games, and I don't think these are the right games to do that for.
But he always comes back way better from injuries.
Really?
Yeah, dude. From an injury, he hit his first triple-double season.
Yeah.
So, like, when he comes back, he's, like, fully rehabbed. He's got all the energy in the world. Yeah, dude, he's a problem.
But also, his first triple-double season, he was the primary scorer. There was no Kevin Durant, right? He had a vendetta, all that stuff. He's playing his old team. There's no vendetta there. And also, the coronavirus layoff. This is for the beginning of the season. I've always seen Russell Westbrook struggle at the beginning of the season. He needs to get into his rhythm. He doesn't make shots. And like I said, this is not the right time to bring him back into the lineup. Maybe the beginning of, if they do move on, the beginning of the Lakers series, I feel like he does play well against the Lakers. I don't know if it's just like star versus star power that really fuels him up or what, but I just don't see him doing it against the Thunder. And yeah, if this is a bad prediction, if he scores 100 points, then I'm wrong, But
this is the thing too. Eric Gordon's back.
Yeah.
With Westbrook, that's dangerous because I feel like Eric Gordon could score like 20, 30 in multiple games in a series just off shooting threes. He's very smart. I don't know if you remember this, but he had like an all-star caliber season with, I believe, the Clippers. Yeah. And then he got a huge contract with the Suns after that. And then he just kind of bounced around a little bit. I think he went to the Pelicans. But yeah, and now with the Rockets, he kind of gained his form back. He was shooting well again. So I think with Westbrook, if it's Westbrook, Harden, Eric Gordon, they're going to have no problem scoring at all. Yeah. Because Westbrook's going to collapse the defense consistently, leaving Eric Gordon open to shoot, which he can do. And that's not even taking into account how James Harden will go off. But Dort was locking James Harden down.
Yeah. Mostly inside the paint, though. On the perimeter also?
No, yeah, perimeter also. I think at one point they showed the stat that Harden was 1 for 9 against him.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, dude. Never seen anyone shut James Harden down like that. And when you look at them, they have like kind of similar body types. And that's probably what it was, is that no two guard is strong enough for James Harden.
He's fighting himself.
Yeah. And he can't win himself.
So also, though, is this just game 3 that you're talking about?
Yeah, specifically.
Yeah. Now, game 1 and 2, I was very scared by the Rockets because of their ball handling and the way they were able to take nothing but open threes. Now, how is that possible when you know that it's a 3-point shooting team? Why aren't the Thunder playing man-to-man or some kind of other zone defense? Every single time they would collapse the defense and they get an open 3.
Well, dude, from D'Antoni's offense, it looks like you have the guys out on the perimeter, pick and roll. James Harden is probably going to get into the defense almost every play. So he goes into the defense collapses, they got to help.
Yeah.
Pass the ball out for an open 3. Like it's not that hard to see why they always get open 3s. Plus they're super quick. And their 5, their center is a couple inches shorter than any center they play. Also considerably quicker than any center they play.
Yeah.
So they're always going to be able to get past their man. And once they get past one man and the other defender has to help, that man that the help defender had is going to be open for 3. So that's why it's so easy for the Rockets, because there's no one clogging the paint. You get more space to play with once you get in the paint.
Okay. Yeah. Thunder are a great defensive team. Would you argue that?
The Thunder?
Yeah.
I think they're a heady defensive team. I think I wouldn't say
Steven Adams can guard PJ Tucker.
Not really.
No,
because PJ Tucker's out on the perimeter.
Yeah, but he's also their 5.
Yeah, but PJ Tucker makes Steven Adams go to places where he's not effective.
Okay.
You don't want Steven Adams out defending the 3. You want him inside to grab rebounds, to block shots.
That's another thing about the Rockets, the first 2 games at least. The amount of rebounds they got compared to the Thunder. Now, Steven Adams did get some offensive rebounds, but the Rockets were just so scary the first 2 games. Obviously, their bench energy, the amount of hype that James Harden had around him the whole time, even though he wasn't really having those go-off games. He probably had like 1 game of 30 points, I believe. But just, I don't know. I was so scared until today's game. Game 3 kind of gave me a second breath of life for choosing the Thunder. And I still want the Thunder to win because I think it'll be an interesting series between them and the Lakers.
Yeah, I like... If the Thunder play the Lakers, no one on the Thunder could guard Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that. Nobody. So that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I don't think Nerlens Noel, if they give him more playing time, is going to be able to handle him.
What about Daniel Headman House, dude?
Dude, Daniel House is... Some games I want to marry him. Because he can shoot the 3.
Yeah.
He's a nasty dunker. He could finish inside. And he kind of reminds me of, I don't know, he's just fearless going to the paint, going to the hole, which is big. I like fearlessness because I trust it. I trust him specifically in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I've told you that before. And then specifically in game 3, I was like, oh, he's going to hit these 2 free throws to put the Rockets in the lead. He makes the first. I'm like, oh, yeah, dude, he's got it. He's got the fire in him.
And then he missed the second.
I was like, oh. Because I, like, completely predicted, like, that I was like, he's got a fire in him, dude.
Yeah.
And then I even said, I think specifically I said, I trust him in the playoffs. And then I was almost completely right. I still trust him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But, dude, that would have been so sweet if he hit both free throws.
Well, they also would have won the game.
Yeah, they would have probably won the game, yeah.
Yeah.
But Mclemore has been playing good. He didn't play this great game 3, but in game 2, and if he continues this kind of play, he's big for them because he's another 3-point shooter. But game 2 or game 1, I saw him hit like maybe 3 or 4 threes, which is huge. And Jeff Green had a great game.
Jeff Green is a great player, dude. He's composed, unlike he doesn't have that viciousness that the other Rockets carry.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a very good shooter, perimeter
he's
player.
Shooting great this series, that's for sure.
And he was never on my radar. I always thought of Gerald Green, not Jeff Green.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff Green's a solid pickup. He's doing really well for them. I hope he continues it because I think he'll be big against like the Lakers or the Clippers.